It's time for the CakeDrain Show with Drake and Cain.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the CakeDrain Show.
Woo! Today we're talking about something scary, something creepy, something wet. The ocean. Rather, things that live in it that are very creepy. These are real and legendary sea monsters.
I'm scared just thinking about it.
And Drake is going to start off our little list of creepy crawlies, or creepy swimmies.
Creepy swimmies.
With his first. He's doing real, and I'm doing legendary, and we'll see which one is scarier.
Now, this first one's scary based off the size of this thing. This is called the whale shark. We have a picture for you. This is the largest known fish species. Now, this isn't the largest species, but it's the largest one that they found. It's 41.5 feet long. The first one they found was 41.5 feet long and weighed about 47,000 pounds. But they found one even bigger at 46 feet long and weighed about 66,000 pounds.
It's a big fish.
That's a really big fish. Now, this is probably, I make it a theory, this is probably the thing that swallowed Jonah in the Bible. But we're not sure. But the crazy thing is, it may seem huge and massive and like it could eat you, but it feeds on plankton and tiny fish. So something that massive is feeding on small things. Now, I know it's not threatening, but I wouldn't want that coming up on me on a fishing trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a cruise gone wrong.
I've never been like afraid of a whale shark because I've always kind of whale sharks are nice, yeah. They're big and docile, but nevertheless, if you were swimming out in the ocean, scuba diving with your friend, and you saw this thing looming over, blocking out the sun while you're swimming down there, enjoying the little fish, you'd probably crap your pants a little bit.
Probably. You'd crap your scuba suit, and that's going to stink for days.
Yeah. Well, the next one, change slides. The next one we got here is a legendary creature, and I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this, but I think it's Aspidocleon? Aspidocleon? Yeah, you decide. And this is a whale/turtle creature from legend, from Greek legend, and various other kind of Mediterranean legends, that is so enormous that it disguises its back as an island to lure the curious onto its back. It's got trees, rocks. It's known to have sand dunes as one of the things.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it lures people onto its island back and then submerges and drowns them.
That's insane.
Yeah, for no reason. Just out of mean-spiritedness.
See, that's creepy, as in, this isn't just a big docile thing that has... This thing wants to kill you.
Yeah, not even for food. Just out of pleasure.
Out of fun. This thing hunts people. Think about that. It's a whale that hunts people. It doesn't eat you, just kills you and lets you float.
Yep.
That's a little creepy.
That's kind of messed up. And hey... We didn't say real or fake, we said real or legendary because these could exist. How do you know that island that you're vacationing on in the Bahamas is really an island and not a giant whale turtle thing that wants to drown you?
Makes you reconsider that cruise, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, well my next one, this one was actually pretty frightening, as you can see. This is called the colossal squid. It's found in the Antarctic, or it's also known as the Antarctic or the giant crunch squid, or crunch squid, however you want to pronounce it. It's the largest known squid species we've found. This is the biggest, this is even bigger than the giant squid. So, the giant squid and 20,000 of these, this thing could eat that. It's crazy. Not that it would, it just said it. The largest one they found, this isn't the biggest, is 495 pounds and over 33 feet long. So this thing is basically like a cruise ship with a beak. This thing is gigantor. Also, the crazy thing is, this isn't even the biggest one that they know of. Because inside the sperm whales, they found beaks that are even bigger than the beak on the largest specimen they found. So, I mean, keep a lookout. Again, if you're out in the ocean, because this thing will...
If you're ever swimming in the Antarctic.
If you're ever around the Antarctic area, keep a lookout, because this thing could probably do some damage. I'm not sure if it would, because, you know, it just says it feed... What they found that it fed on was an Atlantic toothfish. Not sure how big that is, but I'm sure it's pretty massive. So, you know, I wouldn't, you know, go too close to it for a picture. You know, keep your distance.
Yeah, don't do what these people did.
These are scientific people, and
this is a scary picture.
As you know, scientists are insane.
Yeah, you heard it here.
Scientists insane.
All right, our next legendary sea monster is the Scylla. Another
Scylla?
Yeah, I think it's... Well, no, it's Scylla. That's right.
Scylla.
We looked it up on it.
We looked this one up.
And this is another Greek mythological creature. It's kind of think of a giant Medusa that lives in the sea. This thing is a mix of like human and snake and wolf. I don't know. And it roams the Strait of Messina, which is a strait of sea between Italy and Sicily, and is said to just kill anybody that swims or boats near.
So gondoliers should... Are you basically saying gondoliers should keep their eyes out?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
It was featured in some of Homer's awesome stories. It was in the Odyssey, and one other one that I cannot remember the name of, but it's been in some of those famous Greek legends, and who knows, it could still be there today.
I mean, how much exploration do they do in the Strait of Scylla? What was it?
Messina.
Strait of Messina.
Strait of Messina.
So
they probably don't do a whole lot of exploring because they know this thing.
Because they know it's not there. Although, if we ever get a chance to go to Italy, I'm gonna find the Strait of Messina and do a little reconnaissance.
We're gonna grab some cannolis.
We're gonna get some cannolis and Scylla. Cannolis and Scylla. That's what weekends are made for. All right. So my final one. This one is.
Just prepare yourself.
This was the scariest one I found. This is the sea lamprey. Now,
again, look at the picture.
It's crazy. So you know those little creatures that like you see like on suction cups on the side of fish and on the side of like aquariums sucking off that kind of stuff? Yeah, this is a gigantic form of that feeds off of the blood of fish. It's basically like a sea vampire leech thing. Now, here's how it eats. It has a sharp, probing tongue and keratinized teeth that it uses to start digging into the flesh. It also like oozes out digestive juices through its mouth to help wear it down. And also it has a certain secretion, kind of like vampire bats, to where it'll prevent the blood from clotting so it can feed and feed and feed. Now, usually, they say it'll kill about 40 pounds of fish in its lifetime, and they usually live about a year and a half. So, basically, it'll eat more fish than you do in your life in a year. I don't know if many people that eat 40 pounds of fish in a year. That's pretty insane. Also, this is how big they usually are. They're usually about 2.5 feet long, but they have found some that have been over 3 feet long.
That's a leech.
That's a leech the size of a child, okay? That's insane. Now, just, you know, so you can have peaceful dreams tonight.
Yeah.
We're showing you these. And the largest one they've caught is in New Jersey. There's a picture of it online.
Of course.
You can find.
Of course
it's Jersey.
New Jersey.
But it's, the guy picked, it looks basically like a big eel leech, and it's covered in blood as well. So I'm thinking it was feeding when they caught it. But that's something that you know, I wouldn't want to find that in a lake or out in the ocean. That's something that, you know, you see that coming towards you. You swim as fast as you can.
And the worst thing is, too, they look, we got a picture here from the side. They look like just kind of a long fish from the side. They look fairly harmless. And then you see that mouth and you're like, dear Lord Jesus, it looks like the creature from Dreamcatcher. Have you ever seen that movie? Terrifying creature.
Insane.
It's real. That's the scariest part.
This thing actually exists.
It is real. It may be the smallest on the list, but it is definitely the most terrifying, in my opinion.
I agree with you on that. CakeDrain's creepiest creature. Oh, good Lord.
Now, the last one we got here is the Yaku Mama.
Yaku Mama.
No, that's not a Yo Mama joke.
It's
a giant serpent that supposedly lives at the mouth of the Amazon River in South America. And local natives believe this to be a almost a spirit, but at the same time a real thing. And they believe that if you blow a horn before going into the water, you can kind of test to see if it's safe. They blow a horn, and it's supposed to, the yaku mama is supposed to show itself if it's there. So you blow the horn, nothing shows up. Okay, it's good to cross the river. This is kind of creepy because even if it's not as mystical as some people believe, I think this is probably the most plausible out of the legendary ones that we have here. Because what if it's just some thought to be extinct giant snake, like the Titan boa?
That thing's huge.
They got this picture here is you can't really see it very clearly, but this person has kind of outlined some things, speculating that this is the body and parts of this huge snake from this aerial photo. So if this is legit, then that's a big stinking snake.
That's a gigantor snake. That's, if you've seen the movie Anaconda, that puts that snake to shame. This thing is like Sci-Fi Channel status. I don't know how big that is.
Somebody call John Voight, because
that's a big old snake.
Yeah. I'd hate to meet the yaku daddy.
I'd hate to see, that's the yaku mama. The yaku daddy is huge.
An anaconda is just a yaku child.
It's a yaku child. It's a yaku baby.
But thanks for sticking around for this episode, guys.
Make sure you guys check out our friend D-Rock, who has, you know, no creepy things on his channel that we know of.
Get a break.
Yeah, because he has two of them. He has Wrestling Talk 1, where he talks all things pro wrestling, and also the real D-Rock 1, where he talks about anything and everything that's on his mind. Also, check out my channel, Drake the True Snake, and where I do a lot of behind-the-scenes goodies and just day-to-day functions of CakeDrain.
And he's a nice snake.
I'm a good snake. He's not like the yaku mama.
He's not a yaku mama.
I'm not a yaku mama. So, we will see you guys next time. Peace out, and remember, Bruce!
My butler's gone, he went away.
Yeah. Maybe you should just call yourself Drake the True Yaku Mama.
I don't want to sound that threatening. I'm a good snake.